Alright, leaving the Rim Motel here in Payson, Arizona. Let's see, how late is it? Just about 6:45 in the morning. Had a rest day yesterday, just because everything was so soaking wet from the day before when I got into that rain. Didn't get my rain gear on soon enough, and all my clothing was still soaked from when I dunked it in the river to cool off in that hot valley. So I need a day to dry everything, might then do laundry and do some regular maintenance. But today, we're back on the road. And the plan for today, well, if there's a plan, but the plan is to ride the Mogollon Rim. So it should be a short ride out to the beginning of the rim, about 20-25 minutes or so, and then make our way towards Winona. And from there, since there's really nowhere to stay out there, continue on towards Sunset Crater. But the distance today is really going to be dictated by how good the roads are, and yeah, just see how it goes overall. I have some tingling on my spine, so probably a pinched nerve or something like that, so I'm gonna try to take it a little easier. And yeah, it should be a little cooler riding from here towards Flagstaff since it's higher altitude, which I'm looking forward to. There are some rain showers predicted for today, but very minimal and isolated, so just have to pay attention where it comes down and hop on my rain gear soon enough for it. But for now, we're gonna leave Payson behind and get back into the Colorado Plateau, which is the Mogollon Rim, and a whole different type of Arizona riding than what we've seen before. So no more cool saguaro deserts. You can see the rim starting to climb in front of us. We'll end up at the top of it before we start going around the edge of the rim. But it's still early, humid. You can see all the fog still rising. We'll see how the roads are. They might be a little muddy. Alright, so we're now connecting back to the main route, about 30 minutes outside of Payson, 6,100 feet elevation. This road up here is where we came up in the previous section, but decided to ride down to Payson instead of further ahead towards the Mogollon Rim. Temperatures have dropped quite significantly. It's 53 outside. It is a bit chilly. It's kind of crass, the contrast between like the desert down there, almost 110, and up here on the plateau, like half that, exactly half of that. And it's still, I mean, the summer of Arizona. We're in the middle of Arizona. It's definitely a state that has a lot of variety in terrain. But we got about 111 miles to Winona from here. 7:15 in the morning. Gonna have a pretty good look in the valley below here. Alright, we're gonna turn here, then make our way around the top of the rim. Currently 5,700 feet, that's 7,500 feet. It would have been beautiful camping up here, but not in hail showers. The views through the woods on the left, because we're right on the rim, are pretty incredible, though I highly doubt you can see anything with the GoPro. Looks like a brand new road was being built here. It's kind of what the locals down in Young told me too. but they started paving most of the rim. Alright, after about 15 miles of freshly paved road, we have turned back on dirt. Not sure why they start paving so much stuff. I know it makes it more accessible, but at the same time, it shouldn't make everything too accessible, because then you're gonna have more people, need more facilities that need more support and trash and destruction and all kinds of crap. The problem with the national parks too. Part of the adventure is getting there, and if everybody can just easily get there, then takes the special part away for it. We're coming up on 8,000 feet in elevation. 60 degrees outside. Nice and sunny whenever the sun comes through. And supposedly there's a good viewpoint right up ahead. Wow. Looks like there's somewhere to pull in up here too. That is phenomenal. Well, it's an incredible view. Oh, it's nice and refreshing riding through some pinewood forest again. It's been a while. Well, I mean, it's not in New Mexico as I was heading down, but I do think this overlook is a hike though, and you can't directly drive up on it. But I'm not gonna hike it today. My back does not feel too great, but it would be probably a really good view. It's called Myrtle Point. Actually, it looks like there's a road that leads that way, so we can try it. Might be a little muddy, but I mean, very deep and muddy. Yeah, this overlook is actually named after my little bulldog, Myrtle. Myrtle Point. Yeah, it's still really flooded and muddy through here. We'll see how that impacts the rest of the trail that we're riding today. Yeah, this is definitely very, very rough. But nothing unmanageable. Ooh, look at that view. Oh, it's absolutely stunning. Alright, onwards we go. Wow. Probably for the best that we didn't camp up here, judging by the amount of mud and water that's still hanging around. Alright, what route shall we take? straight over. Woo. A little slippery. Not bad. Wow. That's a view. The rim, from what I can see on my map, gonna start turning north away from the rim and towards Winona, Flagstaff area. And we're heading north. The Dick Heart Draw. Good name he didn't switch. Good thing he didn't switch the first and last name. The roads have been great so far. About 70 miles left to Winona. It's, what is it, 8:30 in the morning. What a great view. Beautiful day. Temperature's amazing. 60 degrees. 6,700 feet elevation. Washboard. Ooh, that's a crazy canyon down there. I have to be careful not looking too much. This road is great on the straights, but the turns are extreme washboard. Ooh, that was extreme washboard. God damn. And in the shade, I didn't even see it. Alright, we just crossed State Route 87. And continuing, making our way towards Winona. Just about 60 miles left. The terrain changed a little bit. Seems drier and dustier, but overall still good riding. Looking at the roads up here, good decision to sit out yesterday. It's one of those where when they get wet, it just turns into a freaking mess. Alright, we're on some nice 2 tracks. Up here, 6,800 feet. The rock is already starting to partially turn volcanic. So we're getting closer to that crater chain spanning the southwest. But we're getting closer to the Sunset Crater. Some of the volcano features here in Arizona. It's very rocky here. This is very washed out and kind of going in all directions, so I'm gonna have to stop and look at the map once in a while. Can't really see it while standing. Ooh, there's a big mud hole. Yeah, the trail is still partially wet, even though it doesn't look it. Very rocky through here. Jesus. Oh, that was an easy bypass to the left. Well, can I even get over there? Whew. Whew, there you go, workout. Well, there was a few miles of really rocky, rough, volcanic rock roads, whatever you want to call it. Kind of tedious. Not necessarily super challenging or anything, just a little tedious. But I mean, you have all kinds of different sections, right? Seems like it's gonna be a little more rocky for a little while until it goes back onto more milder dirt roads, but I'm not entirely sure. I've never been on the Arizona BDR, so we'll have to find out. Yeah, it's not an issue at all for the bike. This thing will chew through just about anything you throw at it. Got about 37 miles left to Winona, so we'll probably get there around lunchtime. Not sure what to expect from the trail between Winona and the Grand Canyon. I know at some point it was supposed to be like volcanic sand. That's pretty hideous to drive through, but alright, made it on some wider dirt roads finally. 35 miles left to Winona. This could be a good area for the drone to fly if there was anything to see, but there ain't. So not really worth it at this stage. Starting to come off of that high plateau we were riding. You can see, start seeing down to the valleys again. I mean, we're still at 6,700 feet and the valleys aren't that deep, but and the color of the soil is bright red again and orange. Feels like I've wound up in the savannah of Africa for some reason. Just came out of nowhere. Wound up on some Desert 2 track again. Pretty rocky through here. Only 15 miles out from Winona. We'll see if it's 15 miles of this or... It's not too terrible. It's better than that volcanic stuff earlier. But it is getting toasty. 85. It's hard to get a weather forecast. Winona is too small to report the weather, so I had to look at Flagstaff, and Flagstaff had like a high of 78. So there must still be a significant difference. You know, Flagstaff is not far from here, similar elevation. This road splits into so many little offshots. A lot of them take the same place, but it's hard to say which one to go to. Got a steep, rocky, washed out descent here. It's a fun section, but it's definitely toasty. Especially because you're working too. It's definitely a maze. Without a GPS, this would be just a horrible, horrible experience. Lots of juniper berries laying on the ground from all the brushes and trees. Guess that must be the season. Tell you what though, getting a steering damper is the best investment. I know they're a little pricey to start out with, but I've used them for years now and that thing just keeps working and really putting in overtime helping out. Such a cool thing to have. Can't believe bikes don't come standard with these. Should be out on normal dirt road here in a few. Then basically a straight shot to Winona. Oh, maybe not. This road is not any better. Oh. But what's another 9.5 miles of this stuff? Alright, we're riding into Winona. There's a big storm cell directly where we're wanting to go today. So once I get some gas and the snack, I'm gonna have to look at the radar and kind of see where it is moving to and what we're gonna do. But the ground is already changing to be a little bit more volcanic. You can see some of the hills in the distance. They definitely have some volcanic soil. Oh, that's some kind of mining operation up there. Well, we've already done 145 miles today, and it is just about 11:30. I still have the strength to keep going, though I don't know about the weather, so we need to figure that out. We're gonna cross Interstate 40. Alright, leaving the gas station in Winona. Had a snack, got some water, gas, friendly chat with the locals. Now I'm just trying to find a way out of Winona. It's like a little dirt road behind the gas station. It's a little rough. Almost looks like the town dump. Biggest navigation challenge yet. How to get from this gas station to Winona on the trail. I don't know. This is crazy. Jesus. Alright, I'm riding through Winona again, since from this gas station I had to take the exit, drive 5 miles on I-40, turn around and come back. Otherwise I couldn't get out. Ridiculous. And I'm riding right towards that crappy weather. to one of those beautiful volcanoes. Alright, we arrived at the deep volcanic sand now. Well, or moments of it. They come and go. Haven't posed any big issues so far. But who knows what we're in for. Starting to feel raindrops. But it's still pretty warm. I really don't want to switch into my rain gear. So long as it's just a few drops, it's fine. But I don't want to get in the same situation as I did 2 days ago, going on the Mogollon Rim and then getting into a real bad rainstorm, being completely soaked. It's not that deep actually, the sand. I mean, it's definitely there, but it's not like a bottomless thing. This is much more bottomless. I see bike tracks here too, and they're snaking all over the place. And it looks like at least one of that bike forgot to turn off traction control. And it has like little stops like every few inches. Well, that's gonna overheat the brakes and the traction control pretty easy. It's definitely a little tricky, but nothing too crazy yet. But usually once I say that, then it gets worse. It's really, really beautiful up here. Forest fire went through. Most of the trees are gone, but a lot of shrubs are starting to bloom and very small trees and other plants. Very cool looking. I made it on the road, look at that. This is the actual Sunset Crater volcano in front of us. You see all kinds of volcanic sand mounds, volcanoes, whatever you want to call them. Up here, a lot of black sand on them. So we're gonna make it through the park, and once we come out the other side, reevaluate what the rest of the day is gonna look like. The sand is definitely deeper here. What an incredible view though. I would not want to hike up those, that's for damn sure. I've hiked up sand dunes in the Great Sand Dunes National Park and that kicked my ass. It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step backwards and sliding. And the front GoPro overheated. It's not even that hot. I mean, it is kind of warm, but not burning hot out. Oh well. That camera is gonna get replaced. These things look incredible. You can see tracks of, I guess, people trying to walk up them. They created their own switchbacks. But no drone. A drone would be awesome here and get some really cool shots, but it is a national monument. I'm not allowed to. Wow, what a view. $86 degrees out, so it is pretty toasty. And the ground just absorbs it, that black sand. So it just radiates upwards. $6,800 feet. And going downhill. Oof. What a cool trail this is. The video editing from this trip is gonna keep me busy for a while. It's probably a good thing. I won't wait as long as I did last time. Oh shoot, that's a huge hole. Last time, since the CDT was interrupted and I couldn't finish it, I was really bummed out, so I was putting off the editing for a long time. But unless life is falling apart as soon as I get home, I'm planning on getting to it pretty soon. And it is early September 2024, just as a reference. So if this video gets released 2025, shame on me. Alright, we're leaving the Sunset Crater National Monument area. The road is turning into a firmer surface, so it's not quite as slow going. For now at least. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I think I'm gonna try to make a run for the Grand Canyon to see if I can make it there, find a camping spot. I'm not quite sure what the roads are gonna be like, but we will find out together. Alright, I'm on the next section here of roads. It's 2-track. Definitely rained here pretty recently. Lots of puddles. It's not slippery as of right now, not too muddy. If it turns into a mess here, I'm gonna abort and turn around, but so far so good. It's not the fastest road, but it could be worse. Still riding along these nice ranch road 2 tracks. For the most part they're pretty smooth, so you can make up some good time in them. We're skirting a rain area. I've been continuously drizzled on a little bit, but not enough that would warrant rain gear or anything like that. So I'm right on the border, at least according to my map, where the rain should not reach to. Ooh. Yeah, this road is all of a sudden pretty rough. Still got quite a way to the Grand Canyon campsite where I was hoping to camp. So let's see. I don't really want to camp out here in the open. I think a lot of this is private property anyways. Alright, look at this. Just found some trail damage. There used to be a tail in a license plate. I have no idea what happened. Not sure how that fell off. Such a strange thing to lose. But, oh well, could be worse. I wonder if that's going to be a problem getting into Navajo Nation and the permit to get on the trails. Not having a license plate on your bike. Now that the sun is out again, it did stop drizzling, but it's also getting hot again. I would really like to know how that thing, my tail, fell off on this bike. I didn't hit anything as far as I could tell, unless somebody ripped it off. But very, very strange. It's a big old cow herd. Oh, I miss my bulldogs. It's unusual seeing them all with horns. Now the gate, but this time I don't mind. Because the road looks great. Nice ranch road. Nice little cow hangout. Hey guys. The adults already know the BDR riders. The babies are still scared. They're so much heavier and bigger than I am, but they're still worried about me. We're really close to the Grand Canyon now. Almost to the point where the BDR splits off into the extension that goes right to the rim of the Grand Canyon. And it is... I can't tell you what time it is because the bike is shaking too much. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon. Probably got another 15-20 minutes to the Grand Canyon. A lot of miles today, already at 224. We could probably, if we wanted to, hardball it all the way to Cameron. It's another 51 miles plus some for the extension to go to the Grand Canyon, but I don't need to rake myself today. Been going now for 9 hours riding straight. Alright, up here the road splits. If I keep going this way, I'll end up towards the normal route, towards Cameron. Left goes to the Grand Canyon, which is exactly what we're gonna do. So I have seen the Grand Canyon technically from the airplane, but never really in person. So I definitely want to do that. I don't know what camping is going to be like in the Grand Canyon. I hope you get close to the rim so you can just grab your chair, walk over there, and what is going on here? A whole gaggle of turkeys. Yeah, but I hope you can go up to the rim, watch the sunset or something. That would be nice. It's kind of hard to imagine that, like, just in a few miles it's just going to drop off. Alright, we're really close to the rim now. Everything is fairly wet out here, but we'll see how it goes. It's now 4 o'clock. We're 7,500 feet, 73 degrees. Nice day. Really nice day. Alright, we're now officially in the Grand Canyon National Park. Which also means, sadly, no drone shots of the Grand Canyon. As cool as that would be. Hard to believe that there's a Grand Canyon rim right there next to us. You can't see anything through the woods, but we're coming up to the viewpoint. I can see the outside, the edges of it. Wow.
Is the president that holds the first name?
Absolutely unfreaking believable view. I mean, I've been to Canyonlands and a bunch of other canyons looking down, but this is a whole other level. I talked to one of the rangers too about the situation with camping stuff here with the weather, and seems like that's everything is soaking right now, and there's supposed to be more rain coming in too. So I'm gonna do what I really didn't want to do, which is just kind of hardballing it all the way to Cameron and just staying there where it's dry. Yeah, it's gonna take probably at least an hour to get there, but oh well. My back hurts too much to deal with all the wet stuff, and yeah, just gonna enjoy the ride out there. It's gonna be an easy ride. What a beautiful, beautiful state and country at that. Monument Valley area. Unbelievable. What a beautiful area. We dropped 3,000 feet or so, and the temperature has ballooned to 92 degrees, so it is hot down here. We're gonna find a place to stay, gas and food. 6:30. I am tired. If you've never been to Navajo Nation, I would recommend it. It's a very eye-opening experience. Go to the Four Corners area, Canyon de Chelly, or out here. It's sombering.